Good afternoon to all of you. Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, Leader of the Opposition, Shri K.C. Venugopal, General Secretary, Chief Ministers Ashok Gehlot ji and Bhupesh Baghel ji, other colleagues in the Congress Working Committee, MPs, MLAs, PCC Presidents, and other dear friends from all over India. I've been asked to speak to you very briefly, and I mean very briefly, on the facts of these two issues. Hard copies have been distributed to you, both in English and Hindi, I believe, and I think everyone should be fully familiar with the facts. Without the facts, there can be no argument, and therefore everybody should be fully familiar with the facts. Now, firstly, let me deal with the National Herald issue. The National Herald issue is a very simple issue. Randeep told you about the origins of the paper. Over the years, National Herald, owned by a company called Associated Journals Limited, AJL, ran into losses. When the company goes into losses, it will not have the money to pay wages, pay for the paper, pay for the printing, and therefore it borrowed money. AJL borrowed money from the Congress Party. Congress Party gave the loan because it was a paper started by Jawaharlal Nehru. There's nothing wrong in giving a loan or taking a loan. So far, the Modi government has not held that giving a loan is illegal and taking a loan is illegal. These loans accumulated to about 90 crore rupees. The loan was practically irrecoverable. So the Congress Party was advised that it should clean up its balance sheet. So what the Congress Party did was sold the loan to a new company called Young India. Now, Young India is not a commercial organization. Young India does no business. Young India is what we call a Section 25 company. Under the New Companies Act, it is called a Section 8 company. Section 25 company is like virtually a trust. You cannot take a salary. You cannot give a dividend. You cannot take 1 rupee out of a Section 25 company. In any event, Young India had no money to give. Young India bought the loan from Congress Party. So what happens? The lender becomes Young India. The borrower becomes AJL. So there's no difference. Congress Party loan to AJL became Young India loan to AJL. Now, Young India knew that the loan was irrecoverable. So how do you write off the loan? Now, it's a practice adopted by every bank, including public sector banks. When a loan is irrecoverable, you convert the loan into equity. Everybody knows this. Every banker knows this. Every bank chairman will tell you. X bank gives a loan of 100 crore to Y company. The loan is irrecoverable. So what does X bank do? It says, all right, instead of 100 crore, give me 10% of your shares. So hopefully someday the company will be better managed and you can recover your money. So all that happened was the loan from Young India to AJL was converted to equity. There's no money transaction. Not 1 rupee went from A to B or B to A. It was simply a book transaction where a loan is written as equity. It happens every day in this country. Now, this is perfectly legal, is our case. Let us assume that there was some violation. What is the violation? If at all, the violation can be Income Tax Act, the violation can be Companies Act. But Income Tax and Companies Act are not in the scheduled offense of PMLA. There's an income tax going on in the Supreme Court. It is before a bench of 2 judges. It's been pending there for 4 years. There is some kind of an interim arrangement. No authorities above the Supreme Court. Whether there is an income tax violation will be decided by the Supreme Court. No other person can decide that. Now, when that case is going on in the Supreme Court, the ED launches a PMLA investigation. We are asking repeatedly 3 questions. Which is the scheduled offense in the schedule of the PMLA? There are only certain offenses in the schedule of the PMLA. Which is the scheduled offense? Number 2, where is the FIR? Who has registered an FIR? State Police, CID, CBI, who has registered an FIR? Number 3, which police station has it been registered? Number 4, give us a copy of the FIR. Now, there is no answer to these 4 questions. Which is a scheduled offense? Where is the FIR? Who has registered an FIR? Give us a copy of the FIR. There is no answer. If there is no FIR and there is no scheduled offense, we say that the PMLA cannot be applied and you cannot accuse anyone of money laundering. Money laundering requires money. Without money, how can you do money laundering? It is like saying, I snatched the purse of this lady from her bag. She has no bag, she has no purse. So how can there be purse snatching? Without money, there can never be money laundering. It's like saying you entered my house and unauthorizedly used my swimming pool. There is no swimming pool, there is no water. How can I enter your house and swim in that swimming pool? This is utter rubbish. So you must stand tall and say, answer our 4 questions. Which is the scheduled offense? Where is the FIR? Who has registered an FIR? And give us a copy of the FIR. This is pure political vendetta. The PMLA section 1, subsection 1 says it applies to the whole of India. But under the Modi government, you must read, it applies to the whole of India except to BJP-ruled states. It applies to the whole of India except to BJP ministers, MPs and MLAs. What is this application of the law? Only to political opponents. So we must be absolutely clear in our mind. We have nothing to fear. We have done nothing wrong. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi has done nothing wrong. Nobody has done anything wrong. Any kind of investigation we are prepared to face.